What's up, and welcome into another box opening for Jaff Comics in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Today we've got a box of the brand new set 5 of Star Wars Unlimited Legends of the Force to open up for you. Let's jump right in on this. Now, all the cards for this set got spoiled a couple of weeks ago, with some of them being leaked just beforehand, and then wanted to make a fair playing field for Worlds. So everybody knows what's in these, but let's take a gander and see if we can't pull anything nice. Barriss Offee Hyperspace, Crystal Caves, Sorcerers of Tund, Consumed by the Dark Side, Pounce, Ravening Gundark, Secretive Sage, Do or Do Not, Praetorian Guard, Guardian the Wills reprint, Strike Ship, Focus Determines Reality, Luthen Rail, and Allure Sanataka. Liberated by Darkness for our rare. Use the Force if you do take control of a non-leader unit at the start of the regroup phase, the owner takes control of it. For 5, a bit steep. And then a foil, Nihil Marauder. Alright. Into pack 2 here. Got a Mother Talzin pack. Sokatana Hyperspace. A Jedi Sentinel Hyperspace. Nice looking card. Kylo Ren. Maz Kanata. For Nestor Woe for a rare with a Forged Starfighter Hyperfoil. And Third Sister. And Captain Enoch for a rare. This unit gets +1 for each trooper unit in your discard pile. And a Depa Balaba foil. Alright, no legendaries just yet. You remember last set they upped it to about 5 legendaries per box. Let's see if we can't get on that legendary train with this pack here. Cal Kestis. There's Dooku. And Ezra Bridger. Hyperspace, cool art there. Yaddle for a rare, and an Acolyte of the Beyond foil. Alright, so no legendaries just yet. It's still early. A lot of really cool legendaries and showcases in this set. So let's see if we can't get some. We got 2 Yoda packs coming up here. Alright, Snoke for our leader. A Pounce Hyperspace. And we got a rare base here, Mystic Monastery. Action, the Force is with you. Create your Force token. Use this ability no more than 3 times each game. So you get to just create a Force token, have the Force on demand 3 times. It's pretty sweet. Don't know that it's worth 3 health just yet, but I'm sure we'll find out. And a Secretive Sage for our foil. I think the Force is going to be pretty fun. It's going to add a lot of new dynamics to the game, so maybe those 3 uses will be worth it. But I haven't seen too many decks running that just yet. Still early, though. I'm sure one of you guys will crack it and start using it. Alright, Hyperspace there. We got a Mace Windu. The Daughter for our rare. When damage is dealt to your base, you may use the Force. If you do, heal 2 damage from your base. That's in Heroic. Nice to get some restore there. And a Force Slow from the Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order games there, give an exhausted unit -8, -0 for this phase. Pretty cool art there on the foil. Good little pack. Still no legendaries just yet. Alright, a couple Mother Talzin packs coming up. We got Kit Fisto, Fortress Vader, Lifelin Sage, Curious Flock, Youngling Padawan, Longbeam Cruiser, Unleash Rage, Inquisitor's Lightsaber, Cure Wounds, Acolyte of the Beyond, Village Tender, Impossible Escape, when large, the Moisture Farmer, Sith Legionnaire, and a Heavy Blaster Cannon for a rare. When played, you may deal 1 damage to a ground unit, then deal 1 damage to the same unit, then deal 1 damage to the same unit. Alright, and a Minoc for our foil. There, so you're getting 3 damage out on that, just at a time. It's good if you're eating through shields and whatnot. Alright. Strangled Cliffs, Hyperspace. In the Shadows, fun art there. Palpin, Maul, give an experience token to each of up to 3 units with Hidden. We got Watto, upside down here. Alright, we got a Taro Onslaught, ready force unit with 4 or less power. And Doom, for our rare, when the regroup phase starts, give an experience token to each other friendly non-vehicle unit. So it's in double blue, but pretty sweet. You start stacking up those experience tokens. And we got a Mystic Monastery in foil. It's a rare base foil. I don't like the rare bases taking up your rare legendary spot, but the foils do look pretty good. Grand Inquisitor. Still no legendaries here. Ki-Adi-Mundi, pretty broken card so far. Arsing, another Ezra. Yoda for our first legendary here. Now this card is a good card here. So, when played, you may use the Force. If you do feel 5 damage from your base, when you use the Force, you may deal damage to a unit equal to twice the number of units you control. That is not when played when you use the Force. You get to do that every time you use the Force. Granted, he costs 8, but if you can get him out a bit early, or, just be getting your Force, if you're using that green base that gives it 3 times, you can use that, removal tactic 3 times in a row, essentially. An Infused Brawler Hyperspace foil. This is a fun card. When played, you may use the Force. If you do, give 2 experience tokens to this unit. When this unit completes attack, defeat an experience token on this unit. So, even though it's a 2-drop, you don't want to be playing it on 2. You want to already have the Force, so you can give it that 4/4 stat line going into, I guess it's resource turn 4 there. It'll have the 4/4. So, pretty nice pack there. Hopefully, our luck continues on that. Yoda's a great legendary to get. I think it'll be 3 of in a lot of decks. Ooh, moving things around here. Priestesses of the Force. Drain Essence for a foil. And Qui-Gon Jinn. Back-to-back legendaries here. 7/5 for 7. Ambush. When defeated, you may choose a non-leader ground unit. Its owner puts it on the top or bottom of their deck. So pretty good getting to use that on your side there. The negotiations will be short. Classic line on that one. Alrighty, let me move some of these cards here out of the way. Keep the space nice and clean. Right, so far we got 2 legendaries back to back. Our luck is picking up here. Let's keep it rolling. Kit Fisto. Crushing Blow Hyperspace. Konkrell for a rare. 2/9 with Grit. When this unit completes an attack and survives, you may defeat a unit with less remaining HP than its unit's power. So you're building up that Grit. It's pretty good. And a Sand Trooper Cavalry foil there. All right. Getting some fun big cost units in the last couple of packs here. Curious Flock, Night Saber Hyperspace, and then another Night Saber, Savage Oppress, another Heavy Blaster Cannon, and a Praetorian Guard foil. All right. Anakin, really fun leader, hoping for the showcase here. Play a villainy unit, non-unit card from your hand, ignoring its aspects penalty when you use the Force with Anakin. Gets you, get OB into decks using heroic cards and Power the Dark Side, all those good removal cards in villainy. Shin Hati. Old Daka. We got a Time of Crisis Hyperspace for our rare. Let's see what we got behind that. We got another rare, which is our regular spot, Psychometry. Choose another card in your discard pile. Search the top 5 cards of your deck for a card that shares that trait with the chosen card. Reveal it and draw it. And let's see if we can triple rare. We cannot, but we get a pretty good pack there. Nice double rare. Alrighty. We're trucking through here. We got some more legendaries coming up, I'm sure. I think we're about halfway through the box here. I'll check in just a second. Avar Chris. Lothcat. Kawakan Monkey Lizard. Jedi Sentinel. Cartel. Interceptor. Exegol Patroller. Tauntaun. Purge Trooper. Protect the Pod. Sheen Flurry. Great card. Chirrut Imwe. The Sun, rare, hyper. The eyes look really cool on that. While this force is with you, each friendly unit gets +2, +0, 6/8 for 7. Darth, sorry about that. We got a Darth Revan's lightsabers. Attached to a non-vehicle unit, if the attached unit is a Sith, it gains Grit. It's +2/+2. And for our foil, another lightsaber. Heavy with the lightsabers in these last couple of packs. Alrighty, let's see where we are with this box here. I think we're about halfway. We've got, looks like 10 packs left here, so just over halfway. Only 2 legendaries so far. Let's see if we can't pick it up. Gunji, Marin. Alright, Malakili for our rare. 1/4, the first creature unit you play each phase costs 1 less. If a friendly creature unit would deal damage to a friendly unit, prevent that damage. Attuned Frynok for our hyperspace foil. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Gifted Urchin, Adept of Anger, Fallen Jedi, Sand Trooper Cavalry Hyperspace, Bolstered, Jedi Knight, Hive Defense Wing, Interned Warrior, DRK-1 Probe Droid, Shatterpoint. Stop and take a look at this one. For 4, choose one, defeat a non-leader unit with 3 or less remaining HP, or use the Force if you do defeat a non-leader unit. For 4, that's pretty darn strong with all the Force that you will be generating. And you also have the option, if you don't have the Force for that removal, if if it's timely, even though it's only 3 or less remaining HP, maybe that's exactly what you need. Jocasta Nu, Degwayne Master, the Father, another legendary, Maintaining Balance. It's a 5/10 for 8. When you use the Force, you may deal 1 damage to this unit if you do the Force is with you. So you keep the Force going here, 5/10. And then Ravening Gundark. When played, deal 1 damage to a ground unit. So there's our third legendary. Another Cal Kestis. Holy City. Hyperspace. Hunting Nexu reprint. BD1. It's on flavor for our Cal Kestis pack. Plo Koon. Luminous Beings. Put up the 3 force units from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck in a random order. Give that many units +4/+4 for that phase. Don't know how often this is going to hit. And 6 is a bit expensive when you don't know how often this is going to come up, but I mean, you can't beat that art, and it's pretty darn cool. And a Kiadi Mundi foil. Another great card. When played, you may use the force. If you do, draw 2 cards. With a 4/4 for 4, you really can't beat that. Sage Ventress. Alright, Sacy Tin. When played, if you have the initiative, deal 1 damage to each of up to 3 units. Hyperspace, 4/6. Adigalia. For a rare, when an opponent plays an event, deal 1 damage to that player's base. And another Heavy Blaster Cannon foil. Heavy Blaster Cannon. I think we've gotten that 4 times now in our rare spot. Well, that wasn't in our rare spot, but we have gotten 4 times as a rare in this box. Kylo Ren, another fun leader. Action, discard a card from your hand. If you discard an upgrade this way, draw a card. And then when on flip, when deployed, play any number of upgrades from your discard pile on this unit, 1 at a time, paying their costs. He's a 5/5 Sentinel, so you get a really beefed up Sentinel with a whole bunch of upgrades. Gungan Warrior. Outer Rim Mystic Hyperspace. And then there's our 4th legendary, the Mythosaur. 10/10 for 9, shielded. Friendly upgraded units can't be exhausted or returned to enemy hand by enemy card abilities. Friendly leaders gain the Mandalorian trait. Pretty cool. And a Ravenous Rathar. Alrighty, we got another 5 packs to go here. And we're at 4 legendaries. Let's see if we can't finish up hot on that. Accolade of the Beyond Hyperspace. Vanny. Battle Fury, Stingermans, and another Vernestra Row rare, and a Sand Trooper Cavalry Hyperfoil. Foiling on that looks nice. All right, 4 packs left. Grand Inquisitor Hyperspace. Army of the Dead. Mace Windu. 3 Lessons. T6 Shuttle 1974. For a rare, when this unit is attacked, you may give an experience token to this unit before damage is dealt. And Extension Cable. Foil. Sith Holocron. For our rare, it's a 1 cost attached to a force unit. Attached unit gains on attack. You may deal 2 damage to a friendly unit. If you do, this unit gets +2/+0 for this attack. And it's already a 1/1. And Ogdo Bogdo, double rare pack here. We're in 5/5 for 3. This unit can't attack unless it's damaged. When this unit attacks and defeats a unit, heals 2 damage from this unit. So you're hoping that you can deal some damage to it, keep it moving so you can get attacks, especially for 3. You get 5 attack for 3. Or you can make it a sentinel somehow. Now you're talking. Sorcerers of Tund. It's worse. Overpower hyperspace. Tomb of Ilram, another rare base action. Exhaust a friendly unit, the force is with you. Create your force token. So you can do that as much as you want, and there are some units in this game which you don't necessarily need to attack with, so definitely a usable base. But again, 25 health. I just don't know in the world of Data Vault. I know Data Vault's not going to have force capabilities, but there's still gonna be people running it, and it's still gonna be 8 more in that instance. I don't know if that's gonna be worth the squeeze. All right, last pack. Let's see if we can't get some last pack magic in our rare and legendary spot here. Shinhati, Old Daka, and a Yoda's lightsaber. So we only get a rare there in our last spot with a Loth Wolf foil. Yoda's lightsaber. Attached to a non-vehicle unit. When played, you may use the Force. If you do, heal 3 damage from a base. All right, so 4 legendaries. That's kind of on par with what we were looking at. It's almost 5 when you do the math in terms of what you're expecting to pull. This one we only got 4. But if you want any of the cards that you saw get pulled today, or any cards for any other game for that matter, Jaff has them. So you can either head to the link in the description to our TCG player, or go to jaffcomics.com, scroll about halfway down the homepage. You will see links to the various platforms that we post on, including TCG Player. You can access the store directly from there and shop us and anything that you saw today or in anything other opening that we do. I'm going to try and do a bunch more openings, especially for this set. So keep peeled, and until next time, see you.